Hello friends, today we are going to study EVS 1 chapter number 9 Air. From the following pictures, can you tell what the people are doing? Yes, they are filling air. All of you using bicycles, you must be knowing you must fill the tires of the bicycle with air periodically. You all must have blown balloons. Your parents refill the air in the tires of their cars or two-wheelers. You all must have blown the soap balloons. But what is the relation of air with it? Or what is air? We are going to study in this chapter what does air mean and what are the uses of air to us and all the other living things. For this, we'll do a small experiment. Take a water in a big container. Take a small narrow container, hold it upside down on the surface of water and without tilting it, push it down into the water. Now allow it to tilt. What did you see? Yes, bubbles rise at once to the top. What does it tell us? Air is lighter than water, so air bubbles rise to the top as soon as the container is tilted. It means that there was air even in the container that appeared to be empty. So this small experiment tells us that the air is present everywhere. There is air all around us. It is present even in the places that appear to be empty. This brings us to the concept of the atmosphere. The earth on which we live is round in shape like a ball. There is air all around the earth. This covering of air around the earth is called the atmosphere. As we go farther from the air, the layers of air become thinner. That is, the layer of air closest to the earth are very close to each other, while the ones at higher levels are not so close. The air at greater height is rare. We all require air to survive. We will see one more experiment. Take a slightly deep dish like a saucer. Take a stand at its center. Fill water in the dish. Light the candle. Now place a glass tumbled over the candle. What do you see? Soon the candle goes out and the level of water inside the tumbler rises up to a certain level. Why does this happen? One of the constituents of air helps burning. As it gets used up, water rises in the tumbler. When that constituent is finished, the candle goes out. The water levels too soon stop rising. This constituent of air that helps burning is called oxygen gas. The Earth's atmosphere is made up of air. The circle in this picture shows all air in the atmosphere. If we divide the circle into 5 equal parts, then the oxygen in the air will be equal to one of its part. Apart from oxygen, there are other gases in the atmosphere. Which could those be? The oxygen in the air is used both for burning as well as respiration. Which are the other uses of air you know about? You have learned that gas that fizzes out of soda water is carbon dioxide. This gas is present in small quantities in air too. You have also learned that plants make their food using air and water in the presence of sunlight. When plants make their food, they use the carbon dioxide from the air. You have seen that when you place ice in a glass and it becomes very cold, droplets of water settle on its outside. It means that water too is present in the air in the form of a gas. However, the largest part of air is made up of still another kind of gas. This gas is called nitrogen. Thus, there are several gases present in the air. In other words, air is a mixture of several gases. Now if you draw a circle to represent the air, Then the quantity of each gas in the mixture will be shown alongside. So, if you consider air to be 100%, nitrogen will be about 78%, oxygen will be 21%, and the other gases, including carbon dioxide and water vapor, will constitute of only 1%. Do you know the burning that takes place in factories, vehicles, stoves in the kitchen, etc. gives out smoke. This smoke too mixes with the air around us. But this smoke is not good for our health. Fuels like coal, petrol, and diesel give out smoke while burning, which mixes with the air. This can cause ill health. So we must use these fuels at a very minimum level. Use the fuels which do not pollute the air and also keeps the air clean. So we'll come to the concluding part of this lesson. We'll see the points which we learned from this lesson. Air is present all around us, even in places that appear to be empty. There is a covering of air all around the earth. It is called the atmosphere. The layers of air in the atmosphere close to the earth are pressed closer to each other, while the upper layers are rare. Air is a mixture of several gases. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor are its main constituents. Thank you.